We are exploring one of the most famous cities in China in just 3 days. And as a first-time visitor, I packed in as much as possible, from unbelievable skyline views to ancient alleyways and secret underwater tunnels.
How interesting! Never been on that before. So that's a new.
This city is full of surprises. Shanghai moves fast and is constantly shifting between the ultra-modern and international to the deeply traditional and is rooted in its history.
Shanghai is really a unique place.
So if you've ever been curious about what it's really like to explore Shanghai for the first time, this one is for you.
And let's go! My first stop of the day is the Nanjing Road, which is this really long, really busy shopping street. There are so many shops around, but I read online that around 1 million people visit this street every single day, which in the perspective of Shanghai sounds small because Shanghai is one of the most populated cities in China. And I'm going to be coming back here in the evening time because at the moment it kind of feels like a regular shopping street, but at night this is when the street really comes to life. And over here there is a food market already happening during the day, so we don't even have to wait for the night to start exploring food markets. Ni hao.
来一串鱿鱼，
Looks good.
好吃，新鲜现烤的。
Maybe later, it's too early for octopus. Thank you, shishi. Oh my god, I think it's a robot coffee machine. It has an arm, cups. How cool! Okay, of course I want to get the robot cafe because I've never done that before, and they have so many coffee shops here in Shanghai. In fact, I read it has more than London, more than New York, more than all the fun places, and that's gonna be my first one. Champagne cappuccino, champagne americano. Many types of coffee in here. I don't know what to think. Ni hao. I ordered! Yay! It's already in progress there. The milk and the coffee is coming in. Oh, it's delicious. Honestly, it's really delicious. Yay! First robot coffee! Check!
Nanjing Road is not only one of the most famous shopping roads in China, but also one of the busiest. So flying the drone here is not a good idea. But I was just a little bit too excited about my new drone.
No.
Okay.
No.
谢谢.
What happened?
Police came and told me no drone here. It's okay. Luckily though, the police here is never like arresting you or anything. They tell you no and then that's it. And I really like that because every time I imagined police in China, I thought they will be way more like, that's it, but not at all. And the police generally here is so friendly all the time. I just love that. There are not only shopping stores around here on the street, but malls, and not just one, but many malls. So it's definitely so fun to come here for shopping. However, I'm not going to be shopping now. It's in the middle of the day. I want to get to other points first. Let's see, maybe in the evening we'll come back and do a little bit more mall exploration here.
And while the big shopping street is super packed and busy, there's a nature escape just nearby, and that's where we are heading to now. Here, the Shanghai that is hustling and full of life comes to a pause and is filled with its own life.
Ni hao.
那机闪压你这个。
Ni hao. And of course, I had to visit the People's Park. What a beautiful park it is. It literally gives me the vibes of Central Park in New York because we are so central and I can see all these high skyscrapers around me, yet I am filled with beautiful, dense green nature. All the local life happening around, the elderly people playing chess, sitting on the benches, just enjoying their day, chatting to each other. There is a little bit of a local cafe here as well, and I think they all play chess inside. Let's enter. Ni hao. Oh wow. There's definitely a lot of life happening in here. Everyone is playing. Real quick, Rita from the future here. When I was in China, staying connected was essential. I needed access to my everyday apps in a fast, reliable and secure way. And after searching for quite some time, I found just the right tool for it. What I love the most is how smart the app is. It uses AI to connect you to the most stable server. So you don't have to go through country settings and choose the one that suits. The app does it for you. All you have to do is click the big red button in the middle and you're connected. Now, what gave me real peace of mind is that the app is certified by Google, which basically means it's been seriously vetted for security and privacy. Your personal data is not being stored. You can also use the app on all main devices, phone, tablet, laptop, it's up to you. And you can connect 2 devices per account. So if you're someone like me and you want to switch between laptop and phone all the time, perfect, it's covering that. And if you're traveling short term, that's not a problem at all. The app has flexible weekly solutions. So you're not locked into anything long-term if you don't want to. However, if you do want a long-term solution, it's available as well. The app works from anywhere around the world, but for my trip in China, it was an absolute must-have. Oh, and I've got something for you. You can try out the app for free with a 1-day premium subscription. All you have to do is scan the QR code that you're seeing on screen right now, or find the link in the description box down below. But now, let's get back to the video.
在茂盛的羽毛，听闻着晚风飘来飘啊，飘到了我的心上。
Very good, very good. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh, the people of Shanghai are so nice. I love the Shanghainese people. Honestly, so friendly, everyone. So smiley. Every time I say ni hao to someone, you just get a big, big smile. Like, smile is a universal language. We don't have to speak the same language to understand that this moment is a nice one. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I just saw more locals singing. I need to join them. Have fun! How cool! They have that in the park. That's amazing. There are more rides in here. There's a horse ride. There are other like kid entertainment facilities, and here there's something as well. Really cool. And in the park there's a display that shows you which toilets are occupied and which are not. In fact, it shows you with a little man. Even the sinks are displayed on here. How cool is that? The technology that I'm seeing here in Shanghai is already next level. I mean, have you seen such a machine in a park before? The only time I have seen it was in Taiwan in a metro station, but in a park, that's really, really cool. Speaking about Taiwan, have you seen my Taiwan series yet? I'm gonna be linking it here or here, somewhere on the screen, because Taiwan is equally a place you need to explore. By the way, have you subscribed to my channel already? Make sure to click that subscribe button to not miss out on my other videos about Asia or the world. Okay, it is time for some lunch. Oh my god, they do it fresh here! Ni hao! Whoa! You can literally see them cooking right here. That's the type of place I really, really love. Quick look on the menu, but who am I kidding? I came here because I've read about the soup dumplings that are a must-try in Shanghai. And I will take one this. So I'm gonna be having the crab dumplings, but it's not just dumplings, it has soup filled inside, and from what I read online, this is like a typical Shanghainese food to try. In fact, it has cost 88 yuan, so I think it's like one of the premium foods you could have in this restaurant, because the other one only costs 13 yuan. So really, really curious to try that, and I'm really curious to try my first authentic Shanghai food right here. 谢谢. They look really wobbly. I am so excited for my first proper Shanghai food experience. Let's grab one of these beauties. Oh wow, it's so soft and wobbly already. Oh my god, it's already exploding. Oh wow, that is very fishy. I think a bit too much for me, maybe even. I'm very full now. That was a nice lunch, although I didn't like one of the dishes, but that's okay. The other ones were really, really delicious. And it's super packed, so it's definitely a really popular space to come to. However, here on the street, and we are not too far from the People's Park, there are many, many restaurants around. So you can definitely find anything to eat here. Buildings that we are passing now on our way back to Nanjing Road look absolutely incredible. They are really, really historical. It's a traditional Gothic design. It comes from the history of Shanghai. And this area was partially influenced by the West, and nowadays you see these beautiful buildings all around here. Back on the main shopping road here, and I'm gonna be heading now to the Bund, which is right on the opposite end of the shopping street. It's quite a long ride, so I'm gonna be jumping on one of these to get to the other end. Woohoo! We got the last row here. With that, we will have a view on the right all the way. Now, where do we pay? How much? 20. He came to pay. And we are off. Woohoo! I know this is quite a touristic activity, but it helps to get across this super gigantic shopping street in a quick way. And you get to see all the shops you might want to come to back later. And while we are driving here in this little tram, let me tell you about our hotel where we are staying, because it is actually right here in the perfect location, nearby to this main busy shopping road. And it looks literally like such a cozy luxury hotel. It has the perfect interior design. It has the perfect location, big room sizes. You have nice facilities around you, like a gym, a laundry machine, and the staff is equally really nice. And just because of the location, I honestly think it is the best hotel we could have taken while being here in Shanghai. And if you want to book the same hotel, check down below the description box, because I'm going to be leaving the hotel link to this hotel. We have arrived! Not exactly to the right spot where I wanted to get to, but we are pretty far already. So now we're gonna keep on walking this direction to see the water promenade. One thing that I have also noticed while walking around the street here is how much police presence there is. The police is here on cars, on little like scootery machines. There are lots and lots of cameras around as well. Am I bothered by it? Not at all. I just feel so safe and so secure here in China at any given point of the day, wherever I am. And I have rarely in my life felt this level of security that I have here. Not once am I worried that something's gonna happen to me or anyone around me. Not once am I worried about my phone being stolen or anything theft related. It just feels like a really nice law-obeying place, and for me as a German, that is ideal, because I love places that follow the law, so China is perfect. Oh, wow! Oh my lord! The Oriental Pearl right in front of me! The whole skyline that I have seen so many times on pictures, it's all here right in front of me. How beautiful is that? My God! Oh my god. What? I'm at the famous Shanghai skyline viewpoint. Wait a second. I need a moment. I need a moment to process this. Wow. That is so beautiful. If you wait a little bit, you will definitely get this like first row spot here from which you have this perfect straight view onto the Oriental Pearl, onto the Shanghai Tower, onto the bottleneck building, all of that. But if you don't want to wait for this spot right here, you can actually walk around a little bit that direction or the other one, because it's kind of like a circle, so you're gonna see the view from every angle. Did I just call it bottleneck? Of course it's a bottle opener. It looks like a bottle opener, not like a bottleneck. And the prime building right here to look at, of course, is the Oriental Pearl, the sign of Shanghai, the sign that I have seen all my life since I was a child and I saw pictures of Shanghai. That's what I think about, the Oriental Pearl. But seeing that in person is absolutely mind-blowing. And did you know that the Oriental Pearl is actually not the tallest building here in Shanghai? The tallest building is the Shanghai Tower. In fact, it is either the second or the third largest building in the whole world. And the area where we are walking on right now is called the Bund. This area back in the day used to be the financial district of Shanghai. So all of these beautiful buildings around had some kind of association with finance. And as you can see, the architecture of them very much resembles European style. And that is because this area had a really strong influence from European countries or the West. And on this side over here is Pudong. That is New Shanghai, and it's the new financial district of this city. And you can see all the big banks just standing out there. I see HSBC, I see Citibank, some other banks as well. Shanghai is really a unique place. I mean, I keep thinking about it as I walk around here and explore the city, but I think a lot of it comes from the point that the architecture, especially here at the Bund, looks very different than anything else that I have seen so far in China. And then combined with this very historical Gothic looking architecture, on the other end you have all these new builds, super high rises, everything glass buildings. The contrast right here and the history of Shanghai simply make it really a unique place.
While the Bund is super nice to walk around, we will come back here in the evening. For now, let's head to the other side of the river. There are multiple ways on how to get there, but the most fun one is probably a quick ferry ride.
Trying to enter the ferry now. Hey.
A quick security check after we are already boarding the ferry.
But as you can see, it is very packed around me. I'm not sure I'm gonna see too much. There's also inside seating and inside top seating, but the windows are kind of tinted, so this should be the best way to see the view from here while you ride. And the ride only costs 2 yuan. That's a public transport boat. It's not one of the touristic boats that go around. It literally goes from this end to the other end. I can't even show anything. Is there no space?
If you do manage to be a little bit further at the front, the views are simply incredible. And this while literally being on a public transport vehicle.
I think we are almost docking, so let's head down before everyone else heads down. Although people are already running.
The views at the port are already so different from where we have just come from, yet we literally just drove a couple of minutes by boat.
We've made it to the other side! Woohoo! Wow, and now I can see the Shanghai Tower from here. It is so tall and so beautiful, and it's actually rotating around. It's not a straight tower as I thought. It's a little bit like a roundish shape, and I can definitely see how this is one of the tallest buildings in the world. It is huge. Straight from the boat, there is a little pathway up to this elevated bridge walk, and you see it's shining with yellow and blue lights, so equally really pretty. But many people are cycling here instead of walking, so I wonder if we can grab one of those Alipay bikes and equally cycle around.
And luckily we can.
Oh no, I have really long pants today. I hope I don't get stuck with them, so I'm gonna tuck them in a little bit. Whoop! And shorts it becomes. Whoop. Let's go! And the plan is to basically cycle up that path that we saw people cycling on, and it seems to be like an elevated bridge, and I hope to have a view onto the Bund. The Bund.
The Bund is in German, yeah?
Yeah, it's in German. Oh, how fun! And we get a view onto the other side from here with no one around. To be honest, I'm not even sure where this route will lead me, but let's see. I think the beauty of Shanghai is that you can explore it by walking around or by cycling around without much of a plan. It is quite a dense city, so wherever you go, something is going to happen. There are some key spots which I'm still going to be visiting over the next couple of days, but I think part of the fun is literally to just explore without looking on the map. And cycling is perfect for that. Whoop. The lights have just turned on. It is exactly 6 p.m. sharp. There has been like a bell tower ringing and baba boom, lights around me. Because I was like, it's a little bit dark here. It's quite surprising. Why is the Oriental Tower not on? But it was because sunset was happening. It was getting darker and darker. And now all the lights are on. On the other side, I see the beautiful historical buildings shining in this perfect yellow light that shines on them, making them even prettier. And the bike somewhere in a designated parking area, because that one needs to be found, and then we can walk around here. There are also some restaurants and they are really, really alive, so I think we're gonna have dinner right here. Hey, we decided to come to Chili's like that. There were 3 restaurants here on this water promenade. One of them was German, one Italian, and one Chili's, which is kind of Mexican/American, something in between. It seemed to be very, very packed, so I hope this is really good. And the menu looks massive. I think I'm gonna go for the Mexican dishes here.
That's the thing about Shanghai. You can easily find all the international cuisines for a change. I still love my hot pot, but for a change, Mexican was great. After the dinner, we jumped back onto the bikes.
Wow, look what I have just cycled towards. Wait, can you see it? The Oriental Pearl, right in front of me. Oh, wow. Oh my God. I'm literally seeing the Oriental Pearl, the building that I've seen all my life, on pictures, on videos, on screensavers, on anything. I baked that thing a bit. It is right here. I'm too excited to care even about that. Bike is all locked up, so now let's walk around here, and this view on the Oriental Pearl, from being so close to it, seeing it from the bottom view, feels like a different universe here. Absolutely stunning. I'm also a little bit sad at the moment because I just noticed that I forgot the case of my camera in the buggy of the last bicycle that I drove, and I'm not sure I can buy a separate part from DJI, and I'm not sure how I can store this camera without the cover. So that's a little bit of a mood downbringer, but you know, there are worse places to be sad than here with the Pearl. Whoa! It's a full-on circle here, observation platform circle. Wow! I'm absolutely speechless right now. Yet again, China has absolutely outdone itself in the infrastructure here. the view from here, plus this observation circle, and there's also some animation on the circle itself. Stunning, 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 stunning. Ah!
To get that cake, you would say anything to get that cake. I got that. I got that. I got that. You would say anything to get that cake. Like what? To get that cake.
So I've just seen that this section outside of the circle, it goes over the road right there, and then it leads into another mall. It's called IFC Mall, but otherwise it leads also straight up this way, and I think it continues. And if that's the case, that would be absolutely crazy, because it's literally a massive area to build on a second level, and yet it's so optimized because we are above a busy road. We all get to enjoy the view, the cars, us, the people, the mall, everyone. And you don't hear a thing from the road because everything is electric, so it doesn't really feel like you're next to a massive road. So the place that I'm heading to is a sightseeing tunnel with which I should be able to cross back over to the Bund. It seems to be like a capsule that drives through a tunnel to the other side, and you have to pay an entry price, which is 50 yuan per person for one way or 70 yuan if you want to do both ways. And that's as far as I know. I'm really not sure how the capsules look like or what to expect, but there's a security checkpoint and I'm heading to the other side via a capsule. Cheers. Oh, that looks nice. That is so cool! How interesting! Never been on that before, so that's a new.
I got that. You would say anything to get that cake. Like what? To get that cake.
I understand the ocean theme now because we are going in a tunnel underwater. I literally forgot that part because it looks so futuristic and cool. Look at it! How amazing! So amazing! Oh my god! I'm loving this! I think we have already arrived. And now we are back on the other side. Just like that. That's how close both sides are to each other. And we took the ferry today. Now we took the tunnel. The other option is, of course, to take the metro, or I think there is also a bridge to go by car somewhere as well. And the exit from this tunnel is right here, which is literally the point where we have started on earlier today when we went to see the beautiful view from the Bund. And we're going to be heading up these stairs right now to see it at night. And guess what? I just sat down here on these stairs to look on the view, but the lights turn off at 10 p.m. sharp. And equally on that side, everything is pretty much dark. There are some individual smaller lights, I think like the logos and the names of things, but that's it. The towers are off 10 p.m. sleeping time, but the shopping street does not sleep at 10 p.m. I was right, the street is not sleeping. There are so many people around me. During the day it was packed already, but now it literally feels like everyone in Shanghai is right here, right now. And there's one thing that has so much light. I think it's a food court, and I think it's the one that is like in Chongqing, really bright and really packed. Oh my God. It is. No way, look how fun it is. Wow. Oh my God. What is happening? So much light, so much food. Ni hao. Wow, look at these sticks. That's a big one. Oh my God, on this side there's so much food. Can you imagine the smell in here? Like everything is being fried and cooked. But now that I have come out of this lovely, cool thing, it, I think, is really, really closing up here. People are reducing, shops are closing. So I think it's time to head to bed for me as well, because tomorrow is another full day of sightseeing in Shanghai. And I'm gonna be seeing very, very different things. So see you tomorrow. Good morning! It is day 2 in Shanghai and I'm already out and about on the metro heading to my next destination this morning, and it's gonna be a temple, which I'm so excited to see. Whoa! I mean, I just came out of the metro station here, and there is a full-on bakery, eating area, good-looking cakes, food section, literally a centimeter from the exit of the train station. Really, really convenient. Situation escalated. We have a full-on baguette now because it's been a while since the last baguette and it smells like garlic, so nice. And some desserty parts with cookie and croissant and all. Not gonna have all of that together, but I mean, it smells amazing. I need to buy it. Arrived to the Jing'an temple, and it is a historical Buddhist temple, a really, really beautiful one, and definitely one that you must visit as a first-timer in Shanghai. At least that's what I read online, and that's why I'm here. And I'm so excited to explore the whole complex because there's lots to see in here. And the first thing that I have noticed already is that in the middle of the temple there is this metal statue or monument. I'm not really sure how it is called, but people are throwing coins at it, and then they are bouncing off, because my theory is that they are trying to reach the 2nd, 3rd or 4th floor with these little holes in there, and maybe the coins are supposed to fall inside, but you can't reach them, so they just bounce off. And as you walk around here, you just see coins flying around like a little firework. It's really, really unique. Never seen that before. So let me know in the comments below, what is the meaning of that? What are they trying to achieve? I decided to start exploring by heading up these stairs in the middle of the temple, because I think, wow, that is impressive. How beautiful. That is a giant golden Buddha, I think. Really impressive. The temple is incredibly beautiful, really, really, really stunning and unique. The roofs are golden, they have golden details on them. The structure itself is dark wood colored, and that's not all, because there are also intricate carvings everywhere in the wooden structures, in like these fences around everywhere. Wherever you look, it's just like a wow effect. And I haven't even left the city center of Shanghai. All I did is take the train for 2 or 3 stops, and I'm here in this beautiful, beautiful temple complex that I can explore.
And since this temple is an active place of worship, I happened to be there at the time of prayer.
Basically borders the shops. That is literally the same wall there. And it's a whole district here, or area with shopping, many restaurants. It's quite fun here as well to just walk around the temple. Can we also just talk about the crazy weather changes in Shanghai? Yesterday it was nice and sunny, around like 25, 26 degrees. Today I'm having a sweater and I have another jacket with me and a scarf. It's really windy.
The selection of coffee places is absolutely gigantic in Shanghai. In fact, it says that it is more than 7,000 coffee places in the city. Wherever you look, you will find not only aesthetically beautiful places, but the coffee equally tastes amazing. It also gives you a little opportunity to sit and reflect.
I'm also really regretting starting the day quite late today. I think you need to start early in Shanghai when it comes to exploring, because sites are actually quite close to each other. You can access them by walking, by cycling, by public transport, all of that. And if you have a longer day, you can see more of that in one day. So I'm still hoping to see as much as possible of what I've planned for today. But if I don't see something, that doesn't mean you can't see it, because if you start your day earlier, you definitely can squeeze in more activities. Feeling way better after my coffee. The caffeine is definitely going through the bloodstream right now. And I've planned to go to the French Concession next, but it is very gloomy today, very grayish, and I think it's gonna get dark even earlier today just because of the whole no sun situation. So I'm heading to the Yuyuan Garden and Bazaar instead. That area does not only have some nature, but also gets alive during the night, which I think is perfect for today. And on the way now to the train, there's a little bit of a park area in here that has a market, between food market to like shopping market, and there was a stall with cats inside. I'm not sure what was happening there. Are they for sale or are they his cats? No idea. Let me know in the comments below if you know why there are cats on such a market. Wow, what a station we have arrived to. Look how beautiful it is. As usual, stations in China just keep on surprising me every single time. But at this point, I should be like, okay, it's gonna be beautiful. And this one is definitely really pretty one. Oh wow, it gets pink up there. Wow, it looks so packed in the street there. I'm gonna be heading there after the park. At least that was my park, to explore the Yuyuan Bazaar later on today. But the buildings, the architecture is quite different from everything else that I've seen in Shanghai so far already. Looks really unique. A man came up to us, offered us to see his tea shop, and then we asked him, where's the Yuyuan Garden? And he was like, Yuyuan Garden closed. And now he's walking somewhere. We are following him, I think, to the garden. Maybe it's not closed after all, but he is bringing us there. So nice. Oh, so pretty here. Can't wait to explore this area later. It's really beautiful. It's so packed. Wow, so easy. Very nice. Wow. Wait. Wow! Amazing! Thank you! 谢谢! Oh!
430 colors.
Oh, so nice that he brought us here, but it's closed already. I didn't think it would close that early. It's supposed to be like a really, really beautiful garden. It used to be private gardens, so you know when when something used to be private, it's like really special. From the looks of it, the garden looks so special. Look at the roofs of the buildings over there, like almost hyper-historical. But next time, you know, I'll come back another day when it's not closed. And there's this garden right here as well, just across it. I don't know what is the name of it, but it equally looks pretty. And that looks like a bamboo path, a bamboo forest right in the middle of the city, right next to this busy, touristic, fun shopping area. And yet we have this little piece of nature and greenery. And that is what Shanghai really shines in, I think, combining big, beautiful, diverse parks with really fun city vibes just next to it. Okay, I've left the park and let's explore this area. We still have a little bit of light, but I think it's like the perfect time to see the transition period in here. I think this is really a place that shines at night. So if you come, I guess, around afternoon time, visit the gardens and then explore this area, I think that sounds like a perfect itinerary plan for me. But as you see, not everything works out as planned. It happens. The architecture is incredibly special here. We have French-style looking architecture here in this white building. Then very, very beautiful, I think like ancient Chinese. And then on this side we have kind of a combination with white and then the same roof structure with yellow lights. So pretty, everything. It says Chocolate Museum here. Is that chocolate? Wow!
手工制作是不能触摸的，就网络下参观，楼下试吃。
多体验和互动，等待您来打卡。
I am fascinated. It's really such an artistic skill to be able to carve out animals from something that is melting right under your hands. And even there, the decoration, it looks like little chocolate drops. And it has another floor as well. And to my knowledge, it's free. Like I just entered, nobody asked me to buy a ticket. That's incredible. They also have really cool shops. They have this little scooter luggage. I've tried it out already at the electronic market in Shenzhen. But right here, middle of the street, absolutely, I want to try it out. Ni hao. Wait, I want to bring it to the main road. Come, my little luggage, come. And that's how I disappear with the luggage. No, they have my backpack in exchange. Like this?
Right, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, it's not very stable, I have to tell you that. Oh, ni hao.
Hello.
Look at us on our two luggages next to each other. Woohoo! That's so fun! Okay, I think I can rent them from them for the whole evening here. Woo! Woo! Oh, it doesn't really take corners well. Oh! Ooh!
来一个，特别好玩，来一个，
Amazing, right?
买一个，
Mega. I don't know what it is.
咱俩一起买。
I don't speak Chinese. Ah, to race. No, I'm not good in racing. It's really fun. I'll return it now, though. Woohoo! Being filmed by the seller as well. That's it. Let me return it. What?
To explore the area further, I wish I could take the suitcase with me, but I will continue on by foot. And this place is like stepping into old Shanghai, but with a lot more snacks and souvenirs around. There's tons of little shops selling everything from tea to toys. The lights on the red architecture create that matching mystical and relaxing vibe at the same time. This is central Shanghai, but
It honestly feels like a mini city within Shanghai. And look, they have a little bit of a Venice, Italy feeling here with a path on a water canal and then a beautiful garden in the middle that has this scenery to look at from the side. And I know that it is kind of a tourist place. There are many souvenir shops, like everything towards shopping and buying something, which is fun. But I think they have made it in a really pretty way to have all that architecture around, so you don't feel like you're in a tourist trap. You feel like you're in a really pretty place that just happens to have a lot of shopping here, and it's more fun this way, I think.
But the fun doesn't end here. There are also many shows.
Let's get some water, and of course we are in China, so it's a digital display instead of a vending machine with bottles where you can see it. This one, 3 yuan, and it's a QR code. So, Alipay asks me. No Alipay, WeChat? WeChat okay? I don't think my WeChat will work. What should I do? I haven't set up the payment there. Yeah, I don't have money there.
Oh.
And this right here is the Chinese friendliness in just one perfect example of many that I encountered. This lady saw me struggling with the payment and jumped in, scanned the QR code herself, paid for me, and then I transferred her the money back. But she didn't even hesitate a second to help me out here. And this is really the essence of the Chinese friendliness that I saw so many times.
And then the transfer continues here with another QR code. 3 yuan, yeah? Okay, xie. So sweet that she helped me directly with her payment. And it's coming through. Yeah, there we go. Okay, thank you. Ta-da! And cold water from a digital vending machine.
Let's get back to the food options in this area, because with so many food options around you, you can grab anything, especially some soup dumplings, which are famous in this area. But I'm heading to a different restaurant.
Ni hao, two. Oh wow, Michelin. There we go. Ni hao, 2 people please. Here I am. And I've had this restaurant planned to eat at, or one of the options, and now I saw, now I saw that it has a Michelin recommendation as well, which makes it even nicer. Now my expectations are super high to see what I'm gonna get here. So we ordered some steamed buns, some pickled hot cabbage, or like sour cabbage that was, some spring rolls, and sour and sweet pork. That was the one. Okay, that is the sweet and sour pork. Ooh, smells really fragrant. And that is the cabbage. Oh my god, I think it's like Russian cabbage, fermented pickled. If that is the case, I will be the happiest person on earth in exactly 5 seconds. 5, 4. Like Russian cabbage. Oh, I love that pickled cabbage. Really crunchy. It has a little bit of carrot inside, and it has like a sourish and sweet feeling to it. It hasn't been fermented too long, so it's not too sour. I've actually read that the sweet and sour sauce that I'm quite familiar with from Chinese cuisine takeaway in Europe is coming a lot from Shanghai, from this region. That's the place that brought it to us, and I'm forever grateful.
After the meal, I headed back to the direction of the Bund with the goal to go on a night cruise, but the last ferry had already left. Instead, I decided to walk around the Bund, Shanghai's historical waterfront, where grand colonial area buildings are facing the modern skyscrapers of Pudong. And once the heart of international finance and trade in the early 20th century, it is now a symbol of the city's dramatic blend of old and new. And really, the best time to walk alongside these buildings is at night, when the gentle yellow light brings out the best in these historical architectures.
Conveniently, the beautiful street with the old houses leads straight to the Nanjing street, so the shopping street, if you take a left, and that's where I'm on right now because that's the path to my hotel, and I'm gonna head to bed very, very soon because tomorrow is gonna be a better sightseeing day. Hopefully I'm gonna arrive to things before they are closed, and see you soon. Good morning from day 3 in Shanghai, and I am exploring the French Concession this morning, and currently I'm working towards the Fuxing Road, which I read online is the place to come to for a first timer to get like the full vibe, the full feeling of the French Concession, because the area is actually massive. So I'm really curious to see what happens when I get there, because already now as I'm walking there from the metro station, there are trees lining up on the roads, the houses look a little bit different. The whole vibe around here starts to feel a little bit European, I would call it. But let's see what happens when we get to the main place, the main road. The reason why this feels very much like Europe is because back in the day this used to be a French administrative district in Shanghai and is now known as the Paris of the East. There's also a huge amount of that colonial architecture still preserved here, so it's very much an example of the past in the French Concession. And nowadays, this is equally quite a hotspot to live here in Shanghai, especially for international people. And I think one of the reasons for that is because there is quite a vibe here. It really feels like a cool place to be, a place that has many international restaurants, many coffee shops. Like it's fun around here. It's definitely fun. And even if you walk around here as a tourist, you definitely get that sense of the fun vibe. Ooh, that was a loud one that this district has. So my plan is to just walk around this area and see what I can find, and I think I found something really, really nice. So I came from the Fuxing Road and I took a right, and now I am on the Anfu Road, which has even more like coffee shops, restaurants here, lots of seating areas with small chairs to do some people watching, perfect for people like me that love to do that. So there are also many, many queues around. So I think it's like very much the Instagram place, the place of the cool coffee houses you want to try out. All of that fun stuff, right here it is.
And I may have just found the coolest place.
Is that a human? Ni hao. Oh, that is a human. Hello. Hug, hug, hug. What is that even? Let's enter. Bye-bye. What are we in here? Like a shop for toys? I don't know what is happening here. It feels just so cool. I mean, I've never seen a nicer staircase than here, I think. Ni hao. But I do think it's like a toy store, really cool toy store. overall, the street is just super walkable and so photogenic. Wherever I go, I just want to stop and take pictures. And I'm definitely not the only one with that wish, because there are so many photographers around here. I would be really, really curious to know how much it is to rent a flat in here. Let me know in the comments below if you're from this area or if you know the prices in Shanghai like this. Time for lunch, and there was this little restaurant just on the road with the perfect outdoor seating in the sun. The weather is ideal for that today, and it is definitely packed. Every single table is full. I think we got the last outside table. The food in here is very Western, so I got an avocado toast. Very looking forward to that. Haven't had that in forever, and I think here in the French Concession is the place to have a little bit of Western food.
This really felt like I'm back in Europe and not in China anymore. Sure, you can always find Chinese food in Shanghai, but trying out some of the international restaurants is equally part of what Shanghai is, and that is a very internationally friendly place.
Such a nice vibe here. It's very difficult to put into words because it's very much not comparable to anything I have seen before as such. The combination of the Asian vibe, the Western vibe, the European vibe, the international vibe, it's all in here, and it's really, really special to walk through here. Even if you walk through such a, I guess, hipstery street that is filled with coffee houses and many boutique stores, you will still find the local Chinese food chain, the local like fruit shop and all of that. So it doesn't disappear, it just blends in the most perfect way here, and I'm loving it. I wish I could stay here longer, like plant me here. What a surprise. Oh, true. Should I get the Manna coffee one? I think that could be, yeah. What's the price here for the coffee? Flat white for 15. That's really a bargain. And I've actually noticed that a lot of coffee shops here in this area have really good prices for coffee because there are so many coffee shops, so you need to stay competitive if you want the customers. Yum. Very, very strong. Right, I have my coffee and I'm seeing lots of bikes around this area because it's actually very, very cyclable. And my next destination is gonna be the Fuxing Park, a really, really popular park in this area. From what I've read, this used to be the first French-inspired park in Shanghai. So I need to go there and see it for myself right now. And instead of walking, I'm keen to grab one of these bikes.
But, well, the bike rental didn't quite work for me.
Instead of taking the bike, I'm taking the bus, and it has already arrived. First time on a bus in Shanghai. And it's a double-decker. How cool. Ni hao. Okay. Xie. Look at that bus. Wow, this chair is soft and plastic covered. I like that. And the view is so nice.
There's so much more to see in Shanghai, but one area specifically was on my itinerary for the day, and that's where I'm heading to now.
Ta-da! Welcome to the Fuxing Park. I made it to the next stop of the day, and this is a French-style park. It is really, really big, really, really green and beautiful. All I hear is birds around me. There are a few spots in the park which are kind of notable to visit, and I'm heading towards one of them, which is the Rose Garden. Let's just find the right direction here. Now, if that doesn't look French, then I don't know what does. We are still in Shanghai. Every time I have to keep telling myself this in my head because everything around me looks like Europe. Also, the parks are the place to come to if you want to see real local life in China, especially with the elderly generation. They are dancing, exercising, walking around here, sitting, and with that comes like natural, like human curiosity. I love to just smile at them, say hello, they say hello. I feel like I'm part of their big community somehow. Woohoo! Want to dance with them already. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I love it. He has like a vest and a white shirt and all that. Really fancy. So cute. While I'm waiting for my red light crossing here, let me tell you about this area where I have arrived to. It's called Tianzifang, at least that's how I read it, but probably I'm saying that wrong. And it used to be a factory district in around the 1930s, but has been transformed into an art district in the 2000s or a little bit later than that. So I'm really, really curious to see what there is, how that looks like. It's supposed to be like small alleyways, lots of artsy shops, cool vibes, all of that fun stuff. And it's still red. And I already said my whole introduction to this area. Wow. Ni hao. I thought it's a bag, but it's small little coins. Oh, nice. Oh, also the pig. Very pretty. And everything leather bags, right? Really pretty, everything. I like your chandelier. Shishi. There is a little bar in the middle of the street. It definitely feels very, very artsy in here. Compared to the place that we have visited yesterday, the Yuyuan Garden and Bazaar, this has kind of a similar vibe, but yet again not. It feels way more artistic, way more like cute, like a little rabbit waiter. Oh, sorry. Really, really pretty. There are many like designery stores, really unique small items, like cool pieces that you wouldn't find somewhere else. It's definitely not like chain shops. I think just the fact that this used to be a factory complex and now has been transformed into this beautiful area, touristic hub, just speaks a lot about like the change that Shanghai has went through in the history and like changed all these places to become something nicer, more for the people, more for the public. And every time I visit a place like this, I'm literally jealous of Chinese people that can have all these things in their city and come here. You know, you have so much variety in things. It's really, really fun. Ever wanted a lobster as an earring? You can find that here. Or like an orange. Is that a real fruit? So creative. So creative. Such a fun time exploring Tianzifang and browsing through all the little stores. But I think it is time to head to another area that I had planned for today. And it's not too far away, just a short bicycle ride for me again. So I'm gonna unlock this one now and head there. arrived to Xintiandi. It's a really vibrant area with so many restaurants around. It's like really the place to be at in the evening, and that's exactly why I came here. So I'm gonna be walking around, see what there is, see if there's anything I want to eat, and explore. Oh wow, there's this soap place here, a shop. It's called Ayo soap, I think. I'm really not sure how to pronounce that correctly, but it is this really nice smelling soap and hand lotion. I've seen that many times, but I don't think I've actually ever tried their soap products. And then here they have a sink outside, like literally you don't even have to feel bad for coming in and trying the soaps but then deciding not to buy it. So I'm gonna try the soap, of course. Oh, it smells so nice already. Oh, you know, that smells like a nice spa somewhere. Wow, that feels really nice. Okay, scrub is done. I will be so clean there. There's no cellar at all. Is it even open? Nice. Now, I'll use my big pants as a hand towel. They also have hand lotion. Of course, I will not say no to that. It's empty. Nobody said no to that. This one is also empty. Got a bit. Ooh. Oh, it smells so nice. Whew. Let's continue. I need to wait for it to soak that in before I can continue. Wow, look at the coat that I just found. Let me stand next to it for comparison. It's very big. Is it real though? That's the question.
We make it bigger.
That's crazy. That's very, it's like a bed almost.
It comes from Norway. We brand come from Norway.
Ah, Norway company. So it's very warm. Yeah. It feels really nice, really like high quality down pouch to keep your phone also nice and warm. It looks like the Uniqlo pouch though. In fact, I've just seen that they have a gelato store, this one, Venchi, and we also have it in Covent Garden in London. So I was thinking, you know what? Let's get an ice cream.
This chain serves Italian gelato. It is a bit pricey, but oh my, the flavors are simply excellent. I always go for a hazelnut and pistachio combo as a must, and with a small seating option outside, it's also cute to sit there and feel the atmosphere of this area.
From what I can see, there's a lot of international food here, like Italian, Spanish food I saw. Really nice. Pizza. Pizza? You want pizza? Maybe. Yeah, why not? We have been seated now, and definitely I can see a lot of pizza here. I feel like getting a good pizza in China is like striking gold. So I'm hoping that we have striked gold here, and it looks like it because I've seen the pizzas. They look really thick crusted and really nice, like the sauce on top. It smells amazing. Now let's just see how it tastes. The menu is definitely big because there's also pastas and steaks and salads and starters, like a lot of good stuff. And the restaurant itself has outside seating, inside seating, upstairs seating, backyard seating. Like a lot of people are here right now. Pizza has arrived. I'm so excited, first bite.
Was this the best pizza of my life? Probably not, but it was a pizza and sometimes you need one, right?
The nice part about this area is that it's so compact as well, and you can definitely have a look at where you want to eat and then go for cocktails later. You can also come to a nice looking Starbucks over here. Definitely a fun area and like lots of energy and vibe around here. Good for dinner specifically, because look at those lights. Looks like Christmas, and it's not Christmas right now. But now let's move on from here. Next place. Hello! Oh, so cute! Look at me, so fluffy. Is it a puppy?
Yeah.
Baby. Oh, you're so cute.
5 months.
5 months.
Okay, just a few dog cuddles in between and we can go. We are heading back to the iconic skyline view of Shanghai, but this time for a cruise around the water, the one that I didn't make the other day.
The weather has changed completely to rainy and it's also quite cloudy, so some of the buildings are hidden, but it's okay, we're still gonna see lots and lots of other lights. Covering my cameras with my life. My mic and my camera. Almost on the boat. It's really pretty, it's a really big one. I hope we can be on the very top, although it's a little bit too rainy, probably, maybe a little bit. They also have second floor and ground floor. Whoa, that's definitely nice here. I'm so excited. Look at that pretty boat passing. Unfortunately, even the Oriental Pearl is almost fully covered by now with clouds. The Shanghai Tower is properly fully covered. That's okay though, because I want to see like what else we're gonna see around, apart from the ones that we can see here from the Bund. And obviously, seeing them now while driving is gonna be really, really different as well. Wow, that's really, really pretty. So excited! I really, really, really wanted to get on this boat, and this is literally one of the top activities you can do in Shanghai, is to take this boat. There are so many ticket booths along the water. It just gets better and better, because all this I haven't even seen once. So this is my first view on everything that is beyond the Bund view, and it's incredible. I think all this is residential buildings, hotels, I think some like companies maybe as well. All that, look at the colors, like the colors everywhere are spectacular. They make everything so beautiful, and I feel like China knows exactly how to utilize color and light to make something so beautiful even more beautiful. It simply amazes me all the time. Okay, rain is getting too strong, let's head down. Off in one piece of the boat, but the rain is getting stronger and stronger, so I think it is a good time to call it a night and end my 3 days of exploring Shanghai right here. I have enjoyed exploring the city so much, and I feel like I got to see the must-visit spots over the last couple of days, but of course there's so much more to see. So let me know in the comments below, what else should I be seeing on my next visit to Shanghai, because most definitely I will be back here. And if you have enjoyed watching this video, please be sure to hit that like button to support me, and so that other people can find it as well. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my other videos about Asia or the world. And if you haven't watched my other videos about China yet, that's a good spot to jump over to them now. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!